So I'm here with Jeff at Hutton, and he is with a company called Sauermann. And no, it's not from Lord of the Rings. It's something different. It's combustion analyzers and other measurement devices. And Jeff's going to tell us a little bit about these systems and why they're so important for the contract.
Combustion. Two main things, right? Efficiency for one, okay, and safety. Those are your two biggest things, because what's one of the biggest issues that we have in homes when we talk about safety is carbon monoxide.
So combustion, that would be like boilers and furnaces?
Furnaces, any gas-fired appliance.
Okay.
So we can even talk about stoves, ovens, things that we wouldn't normally think of. Any gas-powered appliance, any gas-powered, whether it be a pressure washer or anything gas-powered is going to create combustion.
What about wood stoves?
What's that?
Wood stoves and pellet stoves.
Absolutely, because you're still getting some type of combustion in there, any gases, CO2, CO, we want to keep those completely out of the space.
Okay.
So again, safety and efficiency is really what we're going to use combustion analyzers for.
Okay, so these are combustion analyzers.
Correct. These are Sauermann Combustion analyzers. They become really popular in all realms, whether it be HVAC, plumbing, weatherization, applications like that. We actually have two models right now. We have our residential light commercial model. As you see, it's got the touch buttons here. We have our flagship model, which is the 130. 130 is full touchscreen. There are some benefits to both. What you're looking at is in here we can do up to 3 sensors. So you've got an oxygen sensor, a CO sensor, and potentially NOx depending on which state you're working in.
Okay.
Sometimes we're doing low NOx, and that's what the state requires testing for.
Okay.
So we can do that with any of our analyzers.
So NOx is important because it produces acid.
NOx is an interfering gas, yes. And like with your PVC vent runs, things like that, your metal runs, NOx can create rust, it can create degradation of PVC, so on and so forth. So we have the two models here. Like I said, we got residential, light commercial, and also can be used for residential commercial. Both these units go up to 8,000 ppm CO. So we talk about 8,000. Usually the industry standard is anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 ppm. So we give you 8,000 ppm straight out of the gate.
That's dangerous.
Well, it can be, yes. So that's another reason we want a combustion analyzer. We can also do a lockout as well. A lot of problems that you have with analyzers in the marketplace is that if it spikes too high with CO, it can hurt the CO sensors on the inside of the unit. So we actually have factory preset where if it hits 2,500, 3,000, whatever you want to set it, it'll shut down the pump so you don't overrange your sensors.
So at what point with the carbon monoxide would you say is a bug out condition? How many parts per million?
Well, it all depends. Tyler, what would we say for lockout, for combustion, or for CO?
For bug out. Oh, Tyler's eating.
This is a very debatable question.
What's the question now?
Lockout for CO.
400 ppm is an advice to lockout. 400 ppm CO air-free is an advice to lockout.
That's in the flue.
That's in the flue. Yep, so I go with 0 to 100 ppm is acceptable. 200 ppm and greater is a potential red tag situation. 400 ppm, again, this is all air-free, is an advice to lock out.
So you said 200 ppm is a red tag.
Is a potential red tag situation. What happens there is you go through your discovery process of finding out what is going on with the system, seeing what's going on with it, what's causing malfunction, and then addressing it from there. So we can't state in absolutes because of the liability side of things. So I give you what the industry ranges are, and then what I also encourage contractors to do is to have a red tag protocol within their organizations. So they can actually have a procedure in place so that the customer doesn't have an issue and the contractor doesn't have an issue and everybody is satisfied, but everybody stays safe and healthy.
So for the people at home, red tag means what?
Red tag means that system is shut down. So you're shutting it off, you're decommissioning it.
So they're not trying to sell a new system just because?
The red tagging it meaning they're shutting it down and they're advising the customer and then they're proceeding with whatever their protocol is from there.
I see. All right. So it's really important that that's
Very
measured.
important. Very important because we're dealing with health and safety.
Okay, so when should you measure the carbon monoxide?
So I measure, or I advise that it be measured at the different stages of the operational characteristics of the system. At light off, at run cycle, otherwise known for some as steady state, and also at shutdown. There are diagnostic attributes that will manifest themselves at light off, run cycle or steady state, and shutdown that are different from one another. So I encourage everybody to analyze consistently across those three operational phases.
So do you recommend that combustion analysis be done every time a system is serviced?
Every time it's serviced, for every commissioning. When we're commissioning systems or installing systems, we're putting them in mutually exclusive environments, different from one to the next. The doctor doesn't treat every patient the same. You're not going to treat every patient the same, which is the furnace or boiler if you're a technician. You're going to treat them individually, customize them to the environment you're placing them into.
So do you think homeowners should ask if their technician is using a combustion analyzer?
Unequivocally, and I've been asked for myself to speak at home shows, to speak to homeowners, and listen, this is what your contractor should be doing. If he or she or said contractor firm is not doing it, you should look for a high performance contractor. So for example, the high performance contractors out there will attend a National Comfort Institute NCI training. NCI is the best, bar none, educational arm of this industry in the entire world. They're happy to be based here in the States. They're the best in the world. I encourage a contractor to go through that training. This way they can do what is best for their customer.
Yeah, so I do have to say Kimberly from Shelter Air has gone to NCI training.
There you go. Kimberly from Shelter Air has gone through NCI training. So there you go. So you know the deal.
Yeah, I do. Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.